This episode is brought to you by Roon. Roon 1.8 is an immersive new music experience featuring a new look, new intelligence, and new features designed for music fanatics. Click the link in the description box below for more information. Hi, good morning. I'm in Munich right now for the Munich High-End show. And today I'm going to spend the day with John going record shopping.
So yeah, we're in Munich. It's a beautiful sunny day here today, and we're about to go CD and vinyl shopping. Our first port of call will be a department store called Ludwig Beck. Now, they don't sell any used vinyl or used CDs, it's all new stuff, and they have an enormous classical music selection for CDs. That's not my bag, but they also have a deep catalogue of rock and pop and indie, and also some electronic and dance music, both on vinyl and on CD. And occasionally we find, a little bit of a leftover from record store day. So let's have a look at what I bought at Ludwig Beck. Let's take the CD first, and that is a best of the Style Council that came out 2 years ago. But this features some previously unreleased tracks, some B-sides, deep album cuts. It's possibly the best of the Style Council to date. And it was only €14, so it's kind of worth a punt really. And then on the vinyl side of things, I tried not to buy this on vinyl. I really did. I just bought the CD thinking the CD was enough. But I love the CD so much, I've got to get this on vinyl. Kraftwerk Remixes that came out on streaming services a couple of years ago, but only on physical formats a couple of months ago, I think. And this features some remixes over the years. There's an Orbital remix. There's a great one by Etienne de Crécy and Alex Gopher, which I've mentioned on this channel before. There are a whole bunch of remixes by Underground Resistance. It's not as clubby or as kind of duffy as you might think. It's really quite smartly done, a lot of these remixes, although I think hardcore fans of this album will be a little bit upset that I think some of the mixes on here have been edited down from the full length versions that were on the original 12 inches that these came out on. But to get them all together, $50, yeah, that's it's a 3 LP set. I guess that's reasonable value. Anyway, we're here right now next to our next record store. It's called Optimal. Now this place is much more of your sort of traditional, grittier, grungier record store. It sells new stuff, secondhand stuff. It's 95% or thereabouts vinyl. A few CDs, but you don't really come here for CDs. But I come here every time I come to Munich because I usually pick up a bargain. Last time I got Brian Eno's Small Craft on a Milk Sea on vinyl, which I've been after for years. So let's see what we can turn up this time round. So just round the corner, literally from Optimal Records, is one of my favorite coffee shops in Munich. It's called Man vs. Machine. I think it's run by a bunch of Australians. And I have a cappuccino here. Nothing very extraordinary about that. It's good coffee. What is extraordinary is this is the first piece of caffeine that I have consumed since the end of January. So it'll be very interesting to see what this does to my system. Anyway, what did I buy at Optimal? Just one thing, and it is this, the debut album by the Twilight Sad. The Twilight Sad are a very sort of loud, or were on this record, loud, raucous Scottish band with a lead singer who sings in a very sort of guttural Scottish accent. This is by far their best album. Before, like a lot of indie bands, they kind of have success with guitars and then they go and experiment with synthesizers and keyboards. But this was before that. This is actually quite hard to find. I remember having to kind of battle to get a Record Store Day edition, oh God, about 10 years ago, maybe something like that. Anyway, this cost me 25 euros, so I'm very happy to get this in Germany again. So we've just been to one of Munich's oldest second-hand CD and vinyl stores. It's called M2. It's a little bit out of the city centre in quite a, what you might call, colourful area. But it's a fantastic store. It's super old school in that a lot of the female artists are filed separately to some of the male artists. So there's a whole bunch of female artists on one side. I picked up Björk's greatest hits from about 20 years ago, actually. This is, yeah, a best of compilation, €6. I mean, I just got it because I don't have it and it's reasonably cheap. I mean, €6, what's that, 2 coffees? Brace yourselves, another 90s electronica / IDM compilation with a really, really dreadful bit of cover art. This compilation is called Dream Injection. But this is one of the albums that really got me into electronic music because It has Bowman Hanna on it, Future Sound of London, Pressure of Speech. I think it has an Aphex Twin remix, Juno Reactor. It's a wonderful compilation. I've already got this. I just bought this for €8 to give away to one of my patrons. Fantastic album. So is Dream Injection 2. 3's a bit iffy, and I think Dream Injection 5 was quite good. I think it's the 3 CD set with a brown cover. Definitely look at that one as well. Next one was quite a score, actually. I think many people will know the Soft Boys' Underwater Moonlight. This is the reissue from the mid-2000s that had the bonus disc of And How It Got There. And I've been after this for a long time. And just there it was in M2 for €10. Very happy with this. Yeah, Matador did this reissue. This is well, it's not punk, but it's not new wave. Like the Soft Boys really fell through many cracks. It's quite melodious actually for this kind of music. It's Robin Hitchcock's first band. Wonderful album. Very happy to get this particular reissue. And then in the male artist section, there was quite a lot of Brian Eno, and I bought Ambient 4 on Land. I bought Apollo, which many people know, My Life in the Bush of Ghosts, and Another Green World. Now I've got all these albums on CD already, so why did I buy them again? That's because these are the original CD issues, not the remasters that came in about 2003. Or, I mean, Apollo was done again a couple of years ago. So I'm hoping these are going to be very dynamic, especially Another Green World. I mean, that is super dynamic already. I got a CD ripper, this is fantastic. So yeah, I just bought 4 Brian Eno albums just for the better, I hope, dynamic range. And I bought some vinyl too. Now, when I was at university, a lot of my friends went through a fairly intense goth phase, and everybody was really into the Sisters of Mercy. And I used to wind them up no end, and it was actually true that I thought the Sisters of Mercy's best album was, and still is, I believe so, Vision Thing, which drives the goth purists crazy because they'll always cite First and Last and Always or Floodland. This is a much more sort of, I guess, metal kind of record really, apart from a couple of tracks. This is such a fun record. This is the original pressing, $15 from M2. Very happy with that. And then similarly, and I think this has just been reissued, but this is the original pressing, This Mortal Coil's It'll End in Tears, which many people will know has Liz Fraser singing Tim Buckley's song to the Siren. It's an absolutely epic piece of music. I think it was used in Lost Highway, the movie. But yeah, I think that was the best haul of the day, of the 3. So if you're in Munich, I thoroughly recommend checking out M2 and going all the way out there, even an Uber ride. We did learn today that Uber isn't really supported in Munich, so it takes a long time to get one. But yeah, it's been a real fun day record shopping in Munich ahead of the high-end show that starts tomorrow. So, if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. If you like my attitude towards music, it's not all about the music, but you know, as somebody who covers hi-fi on YouTube, I think it is not only my responsibility to talk about music, but I just can't help not, because I love it so much. So if you dig that, then please subscribe to this channel, also down below, and thank you ever so much for watching.